We are very happy to see that from the time we took over under privatization, Excellency, you can see what has been happened to transformation, what has happened under privatization is a live example of privatization.
We are actually in a position to even export PPEs from here. Our masks are actually, as far as certification goes, we've been able to get EU certification. We've got to 99.2% of PFE standard. You had given us a target of 95%. We've gone to 99.2%. Excellency, there is a requirement even from the United Kingdom. The National Health Services wants to buy these products. We've been pushing through our own ways, but I think maybe if you are in a position to make a few phone calls, Uganda can export to the NHS from here. We have capacity to produce more than 1 million surgical masks a week. We can do 500,000 KN95s. We can even ramp up the capacity. And even the hazmat suits, what we've seen, these can also be exported to the UK as well. So 1 or 2 phone calls from your side would help. Also, our request is the government of Uganda orders. This factory is ready for all the requirements which are there. Then secondly, under Bubu, we've been really supported by the government. Bubu has been an excellent job, especially with the government and also Honorable Chambade's support as well. We're able to do 40% of our turnover is under Bubu. So this has been a very good benefit for us. At the same time, Excellency, right now, as far as the uniforms goes, we have got all the requirements which are there, which can cater to the country's orders. We are getting some export orders as well. We will be exporting uniforms from here to the greater part of the region. Through your support, some of the governments are keen to give us the business. Now, as far as the survival of Nigel goes, Excellency, as the chairman has mentioned, that we want to put up a spinning plant. If we do the spinning, we will have 25,000 spindles in the country, which will consume over a quarter of the country's cotton which is there. That's your vision, that's the next vision which we are working towards. But in order to do so, we need, one is the UDC financing for this new investment. Number 2 is assurance through government business supply. Because there's been some, we occasionally get contracts, we don't, sometimes we buy things from outside. If there's a consistency of a framework for a period of time, say 5-10 years, we can replow our capital back. Because as you've seen, we are reinvesting continuously. By next year, between the 2 new businesses, as a group, we will be employing 3,500 people. And this you can see that we are reinvesting continuously. And the support from national medical stores for all our requirements which are there. Digital learning at a nominal cost. So every student who... Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
We thought that was totally going to be a lockdown. We stood firm. We said industries must continue, among others. And here now, what was a dream in this country? Your Excellency, your tireless efforts that you began are now seeing us bearing the fruits. Today, if we see Uganda producing this kind of quality uniforms for security organs, if we see Uganda, Niger producing the PPEs, if we see Uganda, Niger in particular, producing masks, producing materials that are offering a solution to the problem of COVID, Your Excellency, you have done this country proud.
Well, I'm just very happy because I captured Chisholo from Rwanda. That's where I captured him from. That was during the time when there were upheavals in Rwanda. He came here. He's a very clever man. And he said, Ima Baganda, Abanyuganda, Marambara Ira, that you Ugandans, you are asleep. I said, why? He said, you have got big wealth. This is long ago. This is when there was trouble in Rwanda, 1994. That you have got cotton. Cotton is a very profitable product. So that's how I encouraged him. I don't remember the details, but that's how I encouraged him to come and take over Nigeria, because Nigeria was a government factory, you remember. And we had tried to put in machinery, we had bought things, we had spent quite a bit of money. Because this was now 94, so NRM had been around for almost like 8 years, trying to revive this factory. But you know the corruption of your people. We spent so much money, I think they bought the wrong machines. They spent a lot of money, but they bought the wrong machines. There was some issue there. I've forgotten the details. So when he came in, he moved around, he said, but these are not the right machines, we should buy it. So that's how we arranged that he takes it over. And that time, we were talking of rehabilitating Nitil. So that's how I agreed with him that he comes in and you see what he has done. He has now gone, as you hear, from 400,000 meters, because that's how they measure textiles. You measure them by how many meters are you producing in a year. You hear that our people, the UDC, I brought all sorts of people here, Wakakoko, I don't know who, our people there, managers. But now you hear that he has gone to 30 million meters. Now, these textiles are a gold mine. Because if you calculate that Uganda has now got 45 million people, according to standards, each person should be using about 5 to 7 meters of textiles a year. Abana okubera buli mwana okubera nesuka pairs 2, obwana buli mukulwana nesuka ekiro babiri atute azijja kwesuka ebintu okubyogera mu lwawano kubanga biswaza. So if each child is going to have 2 pairs of sheets, which means 4, 2 to use, then 2 to wash, and there are 10 children in the home, That's already 40 esuka makumiana buli mwana buli maka. You have not calculated the bazadi. So the estimate is that with 45 million people, each one using 7 meters a year, I think I calculated it. I was trying to put it in my speech for the manifesto. I think the figure is now 280 million meters a year. You hear they are producing only just 30 million. But to clothe the Ugandans, forget about exports. Even that's the Ugandans, once they wake up, bwe bava mu kulambala ne batandika okukola n'okwambala ekimala n'okwebika ekimala, we shall be needing not one nightie like this one, but maybe 6 or 10 nighties. And that is now just on the line for clothes only. You have not added masks, you have not added this, you have not added... So therefore, I'm always fighting our people, the government people who are squandering money, taking it to buy things from outside. But what's your tribe with Chishoro? Gujarat. Rohana, yeah. But the Banyankore say, ekikamba tikyakana na muhoro. Ekitegeeza nti ekibowabowa tekisobola okusomooza Gambia. Kubanga Gambia egenda kukitema. So I'm telling people who are supposed to implement our program, to do it, please. Because if they don't do it, I will have to do something about it. You hear they are happy with the uniforms for the police, for the army, but the Amawema, they are still correct. Amawema tent. Bazita watia amahema. Mongero nyankole namwe. Okay, okugura amahema kati nyogedde nyankole ki. Kyamba mutwara. Kati kuraki timugura amahema g'abantu mugagulawa. Esweta bazikolera wano. Kati esweta zange z'amagye. You bring me I'm a sweater and I buy it right now. Do you have it here? You bring, I pay you now. Because the one I have a number of them. They got them from South Korea. Can you imagine? Abantu bamu bakutwala butabika. Abasajja bale wano bakola esweta. Naye esweta za kamana ni chief za yambala kati. Kubanga nkulu ddala kuba jasi. Ekiro giteeka wansi the main uniform. So ebyo byonna amahema, esweta, bino ebyamalwaliro mubirabye, ebyo byonna oba oli wakufa kulwaki tofiira kupambayo. Okufiira kupamba yo mu Pakistan onazukuka. I pay you now. How much is it?
This is up at 70.
70,000. Is that all for
It's a wool. Police, it's a woolen.
Mm-hmm.
And we are producing now, planning for 2 million sweaters for the school-going children
Per year.
per year.
So I got a bunch, yeah. So do you put in some cotton or what?
No, it's woolen.
That's what I'm saying. Ah. No, but young man, I have understood the polyester for the textiles. Even this one, which I have, it's a mixture of cotton and polyester. I think it was made here, or the 40 million, that's more or less like half what tea earns. Because tea earns about maybe $80 million. So this one factory now is earning half, equivalent to half of what the tea of the whole of Uganda earns. So you can see that this okulambara kw'abaddugavu bannange abantu baife abairugavu okulambara kusuukiridde. So we must wake, our people must wake up. Kati omuntu ngono bamutawaanya ati bamuyamba agende eno agende eri, so nga be bandibadde encouraging him. So I thank you. I will take the speech. Don't worry, we shall sort out everything.